Namaste. I, JVN Smritika Chatwal, Assistant Professor in Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, is here to deliver the lecture on Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance, that is, under the subject B.Pharm 6th semester. Now, our today's topic is quality review and quality documentation, that is under the unit 4 in the topic documents maintenance in pharmaceutical industry. So let's start our lecture, that is on quality review and quality documentation. Quality review is the last stage in quality control procedure before the dispatch of product. It ensures that the finished product released for sale, all the relevant records, production and control records are cross-checked or reviewed again through investigation of any batch not conforming to standards. Other batches of same product with specific failure needs to be investigated. Written record of investigation includes conclusion of investigation, follow-up, that are remedial measures must be kept. Now, what are the objectives of product quality review? To evaluate compliance status of manufacture and identify areas of improvement. It should involve personal form, QC unit, production engineering, maintenance, purchase, etc. Review of following should be done periodically and documented. The first process is starting materials or packaging materials used, sources, supply chain that are used, critical in process controls and finished product test, failed batches with results of investigation, significant deviations, investigation, preventive measures taken, changes done in process and analytical methods, sales authorization, submitted, granted, rejected for third party, dosers, stability monitoring results, adverse trends, all quality related returns, complaints, recalls, investigation made, previous product, process or equipment, corrective measures, post-marketing commitments, new marketing authorizations, etc., qualifying status of equipment utilized, use HVAC, documents in any written statement or proof of any activity in pharmaceuticals are known as quality documents, that are GDP, good document practices. Documentation are to define the manufacturer's system of information and control to minimize the risk of misinterpretation and error inherent in oral or casually written communication, to provide ambiguous procedures to be followed, provide confirmation of performance, that to provide unambiguous procedures to be followed to provide confirmation of performance, to allow calculations to be checked and to allow tracing of batch history. Good documentation is a systematic procedure of preparing, checking, verifying, issuing, storing, and reviewing of any document. Prevent errors of various activities in pharma. What are the purpose of documentation? Defines specifications and procedures for all materials and methods of manufacture and control. Ensure all personnel know what to do and when to do it. Ensures that authorized person have all information necessary for release of product. Ensures documented evidence traceability, provide records and audit trail for investigation. Ensures availability of data for validation, review, and statistical analysis. Now, quality document, that is under GDP, good document practices, classification of documentation have organization and personnel. For building facilities, for equipment, there are also GDP. For handling of raw material and process material, for production and process control, for packaging and labeling control, for holding and distribution, for laboratory control, for records and reports, for return and salvage finished products. Now, quality document GTB, preparation issues and uses of documents. Documents should be carefully and logically specified to prevent wrong uses. All necessary informations are written unambiguously. Each document include the first is company name. It should also include the purpose and title of documents. It should involve identification number and revision number, date of authorization. It should include date of review. It should also include signature of prepared by, checked and authorized by, distribution list, page number, reason for revision should be documented, and abbreviations and references should be there. The preparation of quality issue and uses of document. Now, what are the quality manual? It is guiding document approved by upper management, outlines company's goal, vision, and commission, describe the scope of QMS, what to be included in quality system, explains each and every requirement of ISO, that is International Standardization Organization 9001. It should include title and table of content, scope of QMS, exclusion from ISO 9001, version information and approval, quality policy and objectives, QMS description, business process model of organization, definition of responsibilities for all personnels, reference or to relevant documents and the relevant appendices. Now, in quality manual, the purpose of quality manual is to communicate management expectation for quality to the organization conformity with ISO 9001 requirements, measure for compliance to management expectations for internal audit, ISO registrar audits, customer audits. Now, what are the quality policies? It is declaration by the organization. It defines the quality objective to which the organization strives, should provide outline for creating, stating, measuring the performance of quality objectives. Example, to provide product and services meeting the expectations of customers. Actively pursue over improving qualities by various programs so that to enable the employees to do the work correctly for the first time and ever. Quality procedures can be described by text, tables, flowchart to make them effective. Now, what are the elements of quality procedure? The first is title that identifies procedure, the purpose that explain why this procedure is here, the scope, what aspects will be covered in procedure and what will not is there in scope section. Responsibilities of all persons, functions to be the part, records as a result of activities done as per procedure, document control in which identification of changes, date of review, approval and version of document should be included in procedure, description of activities. This relates all other elements of procedure, describes what to be done, by whom, how, when, and where. Its more important inputs and outputs of activities must be explained. Appendices to be included if required. Now, what are the work instructions that covers manner in which work will be done, equipment and tools that will be used, environment or location associated with the work, material handling requirements, safety alerts for all employees, cross reference to any other required process or instructions, critical process and product parameters to be monitored, including instructions of monitoring, equipment maintenance procedures, methods for verifying that product meets specs, other non-product related criteria for the final product. Now, what are the records for quality manual? It is final tier of quality documentation system. All data informations, record, forms, etc. are archived. Quality record management shows that quality system has been executed. It describes how the quality of end product will be. Source quality records, non-conformance investigation, CAPAs, that is corrective and preventive action, audit results, supplier documentation, calibration results, maintenance records are there. Now, what are the model of document? Model of document is D is for design, development, dosage, drug master file for regulated markets, distribution records. O, that O stands for operational procedures, techniques, methods, out of specs, that is OOS, out of trend, that is OOT. Now C stands for cleaning, calibration, controls, complaints, containers, closures, contamination, change control. U stands for user requirement specs, utilities like water system, HVAC, AHU, that is air handling unit, etc. M stands for engineering control and practices, ambient control equipment, qualification documents, and that stands for non-routine activities, new product and substances. T, that stands for technology transfer, training, testing, trend analysis, technical dosers, and after that last is S, that stands for safety practices, sanitation, storage, self-inspection, standardization, supplier qualification, specification and standard test procedure, and site master file. These are all that are included in model of documentation. Thank you for your cooperation. If you have any queries regarding this lecture, please let me know. And please make sure to write some short notes about this lecture. So thank you for listening.